mypmnation.com.
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here at The Planet with Tim Martin. As always, working the board. If you need a DJ for your event or a shindig, go to centralNHEvents.com. Hire Tim. He does a great job. And if you say shindig, you get the shindig discount. Shindig. So go to centralNHEvents.com. And we got a couple guys from the band Red Letter Reunion. How are you guys?
Doing good. How's it going?
Thank you.
Good. Why don't you please introduce yourselves to the audience? Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Eric Reingold. I play bass.
All right.
And my name is Chad Bumford. I'm the lead vocalist and co-founder of the band.
Very good. And who are we missing?
We're missing Zach Coughlin, the guitarist, also co-founder. And
What, is he in Canada or something?
Actually, he is. He's in the Great North.
I'm psychic.
And Garrett Poltak, he's the drummer who could not be with us today because of work. So.
All right.
Yeah, I was told to call Zach the most handsome man in show business. And Chad here has the golden voice who can melt even the iciest of hearts.
Really?
Yep, that's right. And Garrett, he's a drummer.
Yeah. All right. Is that like a contractual thing that you're contractually obligated to
Well, I'm the newest member of the band, so they said if I don't say those things, I got to get out.
Yeah,
I understand.
apparently. I wasn't informed of this, so this is a surprise to me.
Zach called me today and gave me the ultimatum.
Yeah. It's like a hazing, sort of.
Exactly.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Well, let's play a track, and then we'll come back and chat. You guys brought some tunes with you. What do you want to start the show with?
Yes, I think we're going to start it off with a song called In Death I Sweetly Sing.
Ooh, good choice.
Ooh, that's
Yes,
a long
sir.
title. All right. So this is In Death I Sweetly Sing from Red Letter Reunion here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
Looks so green through the silver screen as I wore down this empty road.
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Here with a couple of the guys from Red Letter Reunion. We have Chad and Eric and the other guys who you're contractually obligated to say complimentary things about.
Exactly.
Which is unfortunate because usually what happens is if some guys don't show up, we rag on them for not being here.
Well, we can still rag on them as long as I've gotten those compliments out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so aside from those good things, I mean, they're kind of less important than you guys anyway, right?
They're ugly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I suspected as much, yeah. Well, good. That's not good for radio.
But they are great musicians.
Yes, of course.
Very
well,
good.
obviously.
Very good.
Obviously. Well, Chad, you were telling a story off air.
Yes.
And all the most interesting things always get said off air. But now I'm going to ask you to repeat it now. What was that song called again?
Well, the song was called In Death I Sweetly Sing. Mm-hmm. And we kind of have an interesting story about it. Zach actually wrote the song, and apparently read somewhere long ago in history that the first guitar ever created had this thing on it said, in my life I stood silently, but in my death I sweetly sing. Mm-hmm. So throughout the song, as you just heard, we use that in the chorus.
Oh, very good. Do you write the lyrics?
It goes both ways. Right now it's about 50-50 between myself and Zach.
Okay.
I actually don't play any instruments other than sing. So what I usually do is come up with a bunch of lyrics and go, Zach, and he goes,
right.
oh, yeah, that's what you mean. And he comes up with something.
Yeah.
It's a little bit easier when he writes stuff, but right now it's been about 50-50.
Okay. Now, how long have you guys been around? Because it seems like I've heard the name prior to Sadi from the Jam Factory mentioning you guys, but in terms of bands that he recommends that he really likes working with at the Jam Factory, I think you guys were the first name out of his mouth. How long have you guys been doing this?
Well, we've been together for just about a year and a half, maybe just a little bit under a year and a half now.
Okay.
Now, I've been with them for less.
Yeah.
I'm the newest member of the band, and luckily, Chad, you came here tonight with me because originally it was going to be me representing the band here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which would have been awesome.
I was able to get it off.
Yeah.
Actually, I work over in Henniker at the Country Spirit, and they were able to pull together and get me here for the interview. So
oh, no kidding.
It was real nice of them. But yeah, so we've been a band for probably about a year and a half.
Okay.
We went through some trials and tribulations, trying to get a steady bass player.
Bass player.
I know, exactly. No, really not that bad. They're all great guys, all 7 of them that we tried out.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious.
7?
Over the span of a year, probably about a year, we tried out 7.
But then through the mist, Eric Reingold's face appeared.
Literally,
with a shining bass in his hand.
I was describing it earlier. It was like a ray of light shone through the door when he walked in. Yeah. But no, he joined, and it's been fantastic ever since.
So what was the problem with the? Aside from them not being Eric Reingold, what were the issues with the other bass players?
Well, number one, that was the main issue.
I'm looking for the dirt.
Well,
I want to hear the dirt.
Yeah, me too, actually. I don't know a lot about this, please.
Yeah, I'm always looking for the dirt.
Well, I have to leave names aside.
No, okay.
But
can you do names that rhyme with the names? So we kind of
not really. No,
okay.
You would get it. It's too easy.
All right.
Bassist. Mm-hmm. Basically, the best story I have was one night we tried out this guy, and some guys lasted a couple months. Some guys, were gone right away.
Yeah.
This guy was only with us for a night. He came in with a bandana on, leather jacket, these big boots hiked up.
Uh-huh.
And he said in his Craigslist ad, because we've used Craigslist to get pretty much everyone, that he wanted to start a Sublime tribute band. But we were desperate for a bassist. We're like, okay, well, he's probably a good bassist because Sublime's got a great bassist. So let's try him out. So he comes in, marching in with his boots. It's got pretty nice stuff, but he starts to play, and as we're going, we're jamming. We're like, okay, this is pretty cool. He stops us, and he goes, wait, guys, we need to work on our dance moves. in the first jam we've ever had with this guy, instead of wanting to connect, and do the music thing, he's like, stop, we need to work on our dance moves, which consist of, by the way, just all simultaneously stomping our feet together on the ground.
Right.
So
it is important to get that down.
Well, sure. Yeah,
important.
After you get together, it's good to work out a routine, definitely.
Yeah,
but,
otherwise it's just a jumbled mess up there. I mean, come
exactly.
on.
Well, now we have full choreography at every show.
Ooh,
and the sparklers and the lightning goes off, and it's pretty cool.
Are you working with Michael Flatley?
No, we really don't have.
Okay.
No, our live shows have been now. It's just really you get a lot of energy from us, and that's that's been the key for us for live shows.
Yeah.
Not so much the dance moves, even though I do bust them out every now and again.
Yeah.
But
man, you're hopping all over the stage.
But it's really the energy that we like and the feeling of it that we get with the crowd. That's been
in that same vein. I'd like to just give a quick shout out to Saudi and the Jam Factory because he's been hooking us up with shows.
Oh gosh,
he's a good guy. So I just want to say thanks for that. I know he was on the show last week and I heard it, and it was a good show. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Absolutely,
give him a shout out. Now we can move on.
All right. And we'll mention him again later.
Perfect.
Because he is a good guy and he's doing a lot for the scene. Absolutely. So now I'm curious. So you said you had someone who lasted actually a couple of months.
Yes.
So how does someone be the bass player in this band for a couple of months and then get kicked out?
Well, basically, when you start a band, you've got to do it because it's fun. If you start a band and you're just going out there and you're trying to make it, and that's all that's all you want to do, and that's all you focus on, which is great. But what it comes down to is you got to have a good time. You got to like the people that you're playing with.
Yeah.
And the couple times where it happened that a bass player was in the band for a couple months, it just didn't end up gelling on a personal level.
Yeah.
They're all great guys.
Yeah.
But it just something didn't work out on a personal level, and it's really important to have that. That personal kind of connection when you're playing, because you got to feed off of each other.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that because of a personal issue, that's when you got to get rid of someone. So
right. So how did you find Eric?
Was it through word of mouth? I think it was a word of mouth thing.
Yeah, well, I used to be in a band called Germantics, which was featured on this show before, and and word on the street was that Germantics had broken up, which it did, and I think
on the street.
The drummer for Red Letter Reunion actually was the drummer for a night for Germantics, and
okay,
that's right.
He was friendly with us. He knew about us. So once word had gotten out on the internet, he gave me a call, and I said, "Sure, I'll jam with you guys." And turns out that I do like these guys on a friendly level. We've had several sleepovers so far.
Yes,
oh, that's sweet.
Pillow fights, pajama parties.
Do you? And, not to get too personal, but do you spoon?
We actually haven't slept in the same bed yet.
Okay.
But we're making our way there.
All
so
right.
Next topic.
Where does the name come from?
Well, it's a funny story actually, and I was thinking about this earlier. So when we were with this other guy that we were with for a couple months. We had named the band the Payasos because my mother is Colombian. And she's like our band mom. So she's always, you're running around.
They're cooking us food. And
exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
When we're having practice and stuff. And she's like, hey, you guys, you should be the Payasos, which means the clowns, if you spell it correctly.
Yeah.
So we actually spelled it incorrectly. And a few of our other Spanish-speaking friends told us that actually the way we had spelled it ended up being a pretty inappropriate act that you do
to someone
or yourself. So in lieu of this happening, finding this out, we were like, oh god, we got to change this. Yeah. We got to come up with something really cool.
Yeah, I actually wanted to go back to the Payasos.
You did. And we're like, all right, so what? And then just a Red Letter Reunion just happened to pop out, of the mist.
Yes,
I guess.
Yes.
And we like it because we can do RLR for short, so people like to chant that sometimes at shows. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What kind of act are we talking about? Like a Santorum, or what do you mean?
Well, no, like people just, instead of saying, it's hard to say Red Letter Reunion, and you're.
The Payaso word.
Yeah.
Oh.
What kind of act? Go into it.
So it's an act that starts with an M and ends with a baiter.
Oh, okay.
So Mr. Bader.
Right.
Yeah, so, or masturbation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how to radio edit that, but yeah, basically.
Now we're getting into the good stuff.
Exactly.
This is what the meat of the conversation here.
And we have friends from Colombia, from Peru, all over the place, and they're like, do you know what that means?
I don't even know if that's a problem. Tim, is that a problem? Can you say that word?
Nah.
Perfect. All right, sweet.
We can masturbate all over
Masturbate,
the show.
yeah.
Yes,
That's the word.
All right, very good. Well, on that note, let's play another track. What do you guys? You guys brought some tunes. What do you guys want to play?
For the ladies.
Yeah, I think. Well, we're getting down. No, I think the next song we're going to do here is a song called "Demolition Queen."
Oh, I like the title. All right, I like this already. So this is Demolition Queen from Red Letter Reunion here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here with Red Letter Reunion.
Yeah.
So, are you guys all from around Concord, near Concord? Where are you guys from?
I personally am from Concord, and
Yes.
I keep on forgetting where everybody else individually is from, but not Concord. So you
Yes.
can.
Yeah, we say we base ourselves out of Concord, but really we're the surrounding area. I'm from Henniker. I live in Ware. Zach is from Henniker. He lives in Ware also.
Yeah.
And Garrett actually lives in Merrimack, so he's actually Nashua. Sorry, he's the furthest out.
Oh, okay.
But we're all kind of in that general location, I guess.
Yeah. Do you guys play out a lot? You doing a lot of shows?
Well, right now, we're actually much more in the writing music stage because I'm so new to the band. I've been with how long have I been with you guys? For a few months now.
Yeah, it's probably a couple months.
Less than that. So I joined the band with them having a pretty good amount of material, which I've learned, and now we're getting to the fun part for me at least, which is writing the music.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to focus more on that, but like I said before, we started playing at the Jam Factory, and then I've started also booking for shows. Unfortunately, the place that I just booked the last couple of shows burned down.
Yeah.
Our condolences to the Green Martini, by the way.
Yeah, unfortunate. One of my favorite bars.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll be back.
Yeah, they'll bounce back quick.
Most likely. But yeah, we were just talking about that. We had a few shows booked there for next month and the month after. And, well, we get some free dates, so give us a call.
How do you guys describe what you do? I mean, everyone hates this question, but how do you describe the music for somebody who's never heard it?
It's a good question.
It's funny. I don't know. Saudi is funny. He calls it like funk grunge rock almost.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't think you can really nail it down into one specific genre because just the songs that you guys are listening here tonight, you'll see that there's a really wide range of songs.
Yeah.
Punk, grunge, rock, alternative rock. There's a huge range, and I think it's because of all the influences, all the different influences that we have. So we're not really nailed down, but I guess it's like an alternative kind of rock grunge type of thing. I guess is the best way to describe it.
Yeah,
a little funk because he's funky. He's
funky.
I
noticed that with the bass lines.
Yeah, he's so funky.
I'm definitely influenced greatly by blues and funk, and I stick a lot to that. But like Chad said, there's a little bit more punk and more rock and roll than I'm traditionally used to playing. So it's nice because it makes me step out of my box.
Yeah, I mean,
so to speak.
I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan, and anything from their background, the Mission to Burma, the Pixies are huge, as influences for them. So we draw from all those things. I also love guys like Ray Charles, Otis Redding. Obviously, Led Zeppelin is a huge influence to anyone who plays rock. And I know the Chili Peppers, Zach shares all those same sentiments, basically. So you have that kind of coming in. Garrett is likes 311 and a lot of these different, like reggae, Sublime type of thing. So you hear that each one of us brings a different bit of our influences into what we do. So.
Yeah. Do you think that's helpful in terms of booking shows and playing out in the scene to be kind of because you are a little bit hard to categorize? It's hard to. You can't really put you in a box. Is that helpful? Do you think? Does it help you stand out, or does it make it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, we can pretty much play with anyone, and we have. I mean, we've played really hardcore, like, metal shows, and we're like, and we've played with bands at the Jam Factory who can sound completely different than us, but it all just ends up working.
Yeah, I like being in a band that you can't really pin down as a genre because you appeal to such a wide variety of people. I mean, everybody likes something, and if you open yourself up to that array of possibilities, somebody out there is going to like something that you do.
Right.
And it makes it more fun for us.
Yeah.
Because not necessarily the influences that I listed don't include 311 or Sublime or people like that. But it's awesome working with Garrett, who's bringing that type of thing in, and it just all those influences just flowing around. It just makes it so much fun and keeps it fresh for us.
Yeah. Now, how does the writing process go? Because, Chad, you told me about how the lyrical process, it's kind of 50-50 with you and Chad, but I mean, you and Zach, rather.
Yep.
But what about the music? Do you guys all write together? Or?
Well, like Eric said earlier, we had a bunch of material before he joined, and he's only been in the band for a couple months.
Yeah.
Like we said, a ray of light, because he adds so much.
Yes.
Even just to the, he's done in the past couple months is incredible, because he's taken all that other stuff that we wrote, we had all the music and everything, and he's just taken it to the next level because he's so much better at bass.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah, no problem. But we have started to do, in the past couple months, especially the past few weeks, writing songs all together. We got pumped the first time we did it, because Zach started a little riff and I was like, "What's that?" And he's like, I don't know, just something. I'm like, well, just start playing it. And the whole band kicks in, and we started writing like a real band, and that was the first time probably, ever that we did that, because we didn't have a real concrete thing. So it was just me and Zach Zach is great. He figures out everything in his head and comes in. So we didn't have that continuity, but now we do. So that's it's been fun.
Yeah, I love writing music, and I do it a lot by myself. And it's
does
fun.
A lot of things by himself.
Yeah, I do a lot of things. For instance, masturbate, which I can say on the radio. I know.
That's why you wanted to change the name.
Exactly. And so I like it a lot, because each band writes music so differently. Each person writes music so differently.
Sure.
So it was a lot of fun to come in and see how these guys kind of operated and see how they write music, and then to join in and be like, well, this could work, or this could work, or this could work. And so there's so many possibilities, and then just pinning it down and taking that avenue. And we've written some really cool songs since I've joined up with the band, and just as a band, because I feel like that really builds on the friendship and builds on the band intensity as well.
Yeah, well, that's good.
It's really nice.
And you have some other projects that you play in too. Do you want to mention what else you're doing?
Sure, absolutely. I'd love to. There's a band called Just an Idea, which features the lead guitarist from Gemantics, who's a ripping guitarist, and a couple other good friends of mine, and we are also in the writing process. We, of course, have Red Letter Reunion, which is great and very original music, and then I have a band called Local Blend, possibly in the process of changing our name, but that's also original music, instrumental, very, very cool, jazz, funk, a little bit of metal, really cool mix, and all three are booking shows right now and playing around.
You like to stay busy.
Oh, very, very busy.
Relate,
And I also own a small business in downtown Concord, Endicott Furniture.
Oh, okay.
So please come on down. Slashing prices every day. That's what I like to say.
Very good. That's awesome. Very good. Yeah. What about you, Chad? Do you have any other projects, or are you just focused on this?
It's pretty much this. I mean, it's been this for longer than a year and a half, really.
Yeah.
But it's been this for a year and a half. I love it. So that's pretty much.
Do you get? Tell me the truth. Do you get jealous of Eric's other bands?
Looks.
Mostly his looks, because he is quite dashing. Not to mention a dance champion.
Yes, a dance champion. That's right.
I like to claim that I have the best moves in the band, but actually, he really does.
I actually won a trophy the other week for my dancing.
Really?
Yeah, swing dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, we definitely don't get jealous. I mean, there's never been a confliction or
Well, what about? Do you ever wish you owned a furniture store?
I definitely wish I owned a furniture. And every day, I love picking things up and putting them down.
But we practice at the Endicott Furniture Warehouse.
Oh, really? Perfect.
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, that's awesome.
Because I got a big empty warehouse where we can play.
Nice.
Well, I mean, it has furniture in it.
Right.
But, not only is it empty, but we practice there as well.
Where do you guys record, by the way?
We record up at Franklin Pierce University in Ringe. Zach is a music technology major up there.
Oh, very nice.
So he's been, using our stuff as his projects, and he's been, learning since I think he started last semester. So his skill in recording has gone up, exponentially.
It's great because he's getting A's because of what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah.
It's like a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, that's perfect. That's awesome. Great. Yeah. Well, why don't we play another track? What do you guys want to play?
This next one here is called My Reflection.
All right. Well, a much shorter title.
Yes, exactly, and a shorter song.
All right, so this is My Reflection from Red Letter Reunion here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here with a couple of the guys, Chad and Eric from Red Letter Reunion. And, of course, the other guys are one's in Canada.
And one's working.
One's working. Oh, where are the priorities? Jeez.
I know, right?
You know,
ridiculous.
Yes, but they are, what are they? They're handsome and what? What was...
Well, I didn't say that, actually. I called them ugly.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I did. I had
you
my...
said Chad was handsome. You said someone was handsome.
I had my written down compliments that they gave me.
Oh, right.
And then I personally called them ugly.
Oh, I understand. Yes. All right. Very good. Where do we find you guys online for people who want to keep up on everything you're doing?
You can go to facebook.com/RLR band. We also have a Reverb Nation page, so you can check that out too. But mainly we have all of our songs and everything on Facebook, so you can just check that out.
Okay. And for any promoters listening, you guys are actively booking shows,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Because the Green Martini has left a hole in your schedule.
Unfortunately, and a hole in the earth as well.
Burned
down.
We're actually playing at All Asia in Cambridge.
Very nice. I've
on
been
the
there.
3rd.
I think this will have aired by the time we play there.
Yeah.
So that show was awesome.
Yes,
it was a ripping
great.
show. The crowd was wild.
I was there actually. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And I had some Chinese food while I was there, and
I don't even know if it's Chinese.
I don't think they serve Chinese food.
Well, I brought some in, and I really enjoyed the set. So,
thank you. We appreciate it. So we're playing at the All Asia, and then we're open. I mean, we're trying to book. We're trying to get into some festivals and stuff. That's all in the works. But,
yeah.
But all Asia. So come on, see us.
Great. Well, guys, thanks very much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely. Very cool. And thanks again to Tim Martin from CentralNHEvents.com. If you need a DJ for your shindig, which is an all-encompassing term, weddings, parties, bar mitzvahs, funerals.
Wow.
Tim rocks the funerals. Okay. He
hard to corner on the market of funerals.
Yeah.
He played Whitney Houston's funeral, didn't he?
Wow.
I did.
Yes, it was great.
It was impressive.
And by the way, in honor of Whitney Houston, I would like to say that I also believe that children are the future, and teach them well and let them lead the way.
Well spoken. Well spoken.
And
very nice.
And I don't smoke crack because crack is whack.
That's right.
Also in honor of Whitney Houston. So
very nice.
Very good. So CentralNHEvents.com if you need a DJ for your event.
100.1 The Planet's Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
The Planet's Local Outbreak is recorded weekly at the studios of 100.1 The Planet. It's engineered by Tim Martin of CentralNHEvents.com. Matt Connerton of IPMNation.com is the host of The Planet's Local Outbreak. The show is produced and edited by Annie Biello of 100.1 The Planet. For artist links and details about The Planet's Local Outbreak, log on to The Planet's Entertain Me page, WPNHFM.com. The Planet's Local Outbreak is available for download anytime online, IPMNation.com/local outbreak. The Planet's Local Outbreak is a product of 100.1 The Planet and Northeast Communications.
IPMNation.com.